Hi, this is Dr. Green. We're working on WebAssign Homework 8, problem number 15. So here we want to perform a sign test. So we're going to be, we've got a researcher here who's done samples from 12 local physicians to test their blood glucose and to see whether or not it's higher than the median. So we're comparing to the median now instead of the mean of 120. So she measures the blood glucose and the results are in this table below, and notice that n equals 12 because there's 12 values here. And they say based on the data given, compute a one sample sign test at the 0.05 level. So here's the steps for a one sample sign test. First, your null hypothesis is that the median is 120. Your alternative, since we're trying to test if they're higher, is going to be that the median is greater than 120. Step 2, you assign signs to each one of these numbers. So you'll give it a plus sign if it's above the median, and a minus sign if it's below, a 0 if it's at the median. So 132 is above the median, so we'll code that as a plus. 98 is below 120, so that's a minus. 106 is below 120, that's a minus. 92 is below 120, that's a minus. 112 is below, that's a minus. 129 is above 120, that's a plus. 101 is below, that's a minus. 122 is above 120, that's a plus. 142 is above, that's a plus. 77 is below 120, that's a minus. 108 is below 120, a minus. And 94 is below, that's a minus. So then your test statistic x is going to be either the number of minus or plus signs, whichever is greater. So we count up our plus signs. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 plus signs. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minus signs. There are more minus signs than plus signs, so 8 is going to be the value of our test statistics. So x. So x is equal to 8. And then the next step is that we want to find the probability p, is what WebAssign uses, is the probability that x, your random variable, is greater than that test statistic. This value 8. In this case, it's saying what's the probability that x is greater than 8. And these are binomial probabilities because there's only two outcomes, plus or minus. You're above or below. If you're at the median, it doesn't add anything in here. So these values you get from table B.8 that's in the back of the book. So let's go there and take a look. So here's that table. It's table B8 and it's on page 670. And you have to rotate the view to really see what's going on. First, you locate your sample size n across the top. Ours is 12 right here. And then we're finding the probability that x is greater than or equal to 8. So, right, greater than equal 8. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So here's our sample size, 12. And the probability that we have 8 is right here. I'm sorry, right here, 0.121. And then the probability of 9 out of 12 is 0.54. And 10 out of 12 here is 0.16. 11 out of 12 is 0.03. And 12 out of 12, 0. So we want these four values here, 121, 054, 016, and 003. That's the probability that you have 8 or more out of 12. Okay, and those are these numbers here. And if you add those up on the calculator, you get 0.194. And again, that's table B8. And then we state our decision to either reject or retain. And what you do is you compare this probability to 0.05, which is the level of significance of the test. And 0.194 is greater than 0.05. So it's not significant. We are going to retain the null hypothesis. So that is how you do a sign test. One sample sign test. And these steps are also on the exam 3 formula sheet for you.